Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are currently trading below fair value. We do have some inflation numbers coming out at 8:30 this morning that could certainly change the direction of the market. Now, the week so far has been positive. The Dow's up 0.75%, the S&P 500 up under 0.5%, and the Nasdaq up under a quarter of a percent. The Russell 2000 up 0.42%. The TSX up 0.77%, leading the North American markets higher. And that's on the back of rising crude oil and rising gold prices, both moving up, and gold hitting a new all-time high in the pre-market on Friday morning. Looking at the VIX has been up the last 2 days, still on a sell signal, no change in trend there. Now, the auto companies are still in the news, and of course, this is probably the sector of the market that's going to lead us into a recession. There we've got General Motors gapping lower yesterday, Stellantis making a new low for this move, but not taking out the previous low. And then we've got the Japanese car companies rolling over on Thursday. Now, looking at the major index ETFs, we don't have any trend changes from Thursday's trading action for the majors that we follow. There's the Dow Diamond still on a buy signal, the S&P 500, the equal weighted, the Nasdaq, the equal weighted, the next generation, all trading in the channel and having a mathematical possibility of ending Friday on a sell signal. The Russell 2000, the small caps, they also traded down to the lower channel line on Thursday, but did not close below it, unlike the small caps already on a sell signal and semiconductors already on a sell signal. Looking at the Canadian market, the iShares for the TSX 60 were unchanged on Thursday, while the Vanguard Canada ETF closed down a penny. We did see a pullback in energy stocks on Thursday, but gold stocks continued to move higher. Let's move on and take a look at the TSX Most Actives from Thursday's trading action. Let's start off with Canadian Natural Resources, and a lot of the energy stocks are generating early warning signals here up at the top of the panic zones. So just be aware of that. We're certainly trading above the upper channel line for Canadian Natural Resources, so not concerned about a sell signal at the moment. We did hit our next price target on Wednesday, so congratulations. You got to lock in some profits there. Then looking at TC Energy, there's an early warning signal at the top of the screen. We're trading in the channel on Thursday, so a close below $68.35 would give us a sell signal on Friday. And we were struggling to break out above 70.31. We traded above it, but could not break away from it. So you did have the opportunity to take some money off the table up there. Then looking at the TD Bank has been dealing with 87.50 all week, so you were able to lock in some profits at that level. Then looking at Bank of Nova Scotia, nothing going on here right now. We need to close on Friday below $68.88 to give us a new sell signal. There's Air Canada making a new low for this move on Thursday. And we are trying to get to 1406. That is our next target to the downside for Air Canada. Then looking at Cenovus, there's another energy stock with an early warning signal. We dipped into the channel yesterday, but did not close in it. Looking for a close on Friday below $19.68. For Whitecap, and Whitecap has not generated an early warning signal just yet. Looking for a close on Friday below $9.09. We were trying to get to 977. So far, we have not been able to do that. Then looking at Manulife ran up to resistance and hit our next price target of 45.31. And so you were able to lock in some profits there. Then we're looking at CIBC, which traded into the channel yesterday. We need to close on Friday below $81.33. No joy for TELUS. It was up on the day, not enough to give us a buy signal. Unlike BCE, which traded up into the channel, so a close about $33.55 would give us a buy signal on Friday. We've got a nice open gap just above that level, so certainly I'm not interested in trading BCE at this time. There's Pembina, and Pembina hit our next price target of 57.81, so cha-ching. Then looking at Great West Life, we're trying to punch through resistance at 54.69. If we can do that, then 56.25 comes into play. Then looking at Baytech, we dipped into the channel yesterday, looking for a close below $3.07 on Friday. Then looking at B2 Gold, B2 Gold still on a buy signal here. We would need a close below $4.37 on Friday to give us a sell signal. And last up, Enbridge. Enbridge was trying to get to 64.06. Got as high as 63.90 yesterday, so a little psychological resistance at $64. We were able to punch through that in January and February, so not all is lost coming into Friday's trading action. And then last up, Suncor. Suncor is trying to get to 56.25. We have not had an early warning signal just yet, so there's certainly a mathematical possibility that we hit that target on Friday. Next up, let's take a look at the U.S. most actives from Thursday's trading action. Now, we recently had a full moon low and then a pop, and of course, we haven't seen a lot of fall through to the upside since the market gapped higher. And what we were expecting was the pattern of lower highs and lower lows to continue. And you can see NVIDIA is just walking through that pattern at the moment. It ran up, made a lower high, and it started to pull back down. So the real test will be, do we take out the recent low, or does that act as support and we try to build something from that support level? So here we are, NVIDIA is on its second day of a sell signal. Now, as we walk through these stocks, most of them have not performed as well as the Canadian energy stocks, for example, and so they're all coming at it from lower highs. There is a Ford, which ran up to the highs from January and it started to pull back because of the tariff announcement. It settled right on the lower channel line, so we were looking for a close below $9.87. We got a close of $9.90, so really any lower close on Friday would give us a sell signal. Now, moving down, we've got Tesla still on a buy signal here. A reversal yesterday, but held up fairly well. Then NIO is making a new low here, gapping lower on Thursday. A big, wide reversal day for GameStop. I got up the other morning and I heard GameStop mentioned on the radio, and I thought I was in a twilight zone. I really don't know why people trade this, but they do, and here we go. We're back on a sell signal as of Thursday's close. There's Palantir still on a buy signal, dipping into the channel. So a close below $86.65 on Friday would give us a sell signal. There's Lucid still on a buy signal here. We would need a close below $2.27. IQ traded up to through the upper channel line on Thursday. We need to close above $2.38 on Friday to give us a buy signal. There's a new high for Rivian for this move, and we're trying to get up and retest those February highs. No joy for SoFi. It rolled over on Thursday. There we've got Intel trading up into the channel. No change there. We had NU trade up to the lower channel line. No change in trend there. Still on a sell signal. Then Warner Brothers Discovery still on a buy signal, no change there. No change for American Airlines, still on a sell signal here, not going anywhere quickly. And then Robinhood trading back in the channel, so a close below $42.20 would give us a sell signal on Friday. And there's Pfizer making a new low for this move on Thursday. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. I've got the Dow futures down 50 points. I've got the NASDAQ futures down 50 points. So not a lot of movement in the pre-market so far on Friday. We do have those economic numbers coming out at 8:30. Now, we are coming up to month end, and Fridays aren't usually the worst days of the week. And coming into month end usually has a bullish bias to it. So I'm not expecting a lot of selling, aggressive selling on Friday or Monday. But we'll just have to see what the market thinks about those ideas. You have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice, if you're a member, is on Sunday. Otherwise, I'll be back again on Monday morning to take a look at what happened on Friday.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.